Okay, welcome again. Hopefully everyone can hear me. And with today's restorative practice, we're moving into the yin practice. So to begin with, the poses will be 2 to 3 minutes, a little bit longer held. You can place a blanket underneath your knees so that the knees are supported. And the first pose is the puppy pose. So you'll move the front arms forward, walking the fingertips forward. You could either place a pillow underneath the head or a block if you have that available, and allowing the forehead to rest gently on the ground or supported on a prop. With this class, I'll try to make the instructions in the beginning of the setup. So begin to think about the breath from a 360 perspective, as if the breath is being experienced as a tube. So here you'll begin to experience filling up the breath, feeling how loose the belly begins to feel as it relaxes into gravity down towards the floor here. Beginning to experience the anchor of the breath here. We can slow down the thinking mind by beginning to think of inhaling to the count of 3, 2, 1, and extending the exhale out, 4, 3, 2, 1. So using this rhythmical, full breath, as you inhale, breathing into the side of the lungs, the front, and the back side of the lungs as well. Notice if the mind begins to wander, can you bring it back to the task of the 3-count inhalation and the 4-count exhalation. We'll take 5 more breaths here. Seeing if you can smooth out the breath. Perhaps inching the fingers another centimeter or 2 forward to bring some height into the fingertips by lifting the palm up off of the floor here. Breathing into the armpits, the side body. Following the breath all the way down the sides, both sides of the ribs. And taking one more full deep breath with 3 count inhalation, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1 on the exhale. And then when you're ready with your eyes closed, slowly walking yourself up, placing the right hand and the left hand, moving the palms back towards the knees, bringing the knees together, and then just coming to sitting in the upright position, moving really, really slowly here, allowing the brain to settle, the blood pressure to settle as well. With the eyes closed, taking this moment of equilibrium. Breathing into the front of your proud chest on that 3 count inhalation. And perhaps sighing out, even exhaling out of the mouth for the full exhalation. Beautiful. Next we'll come to child's pose. So the toes will be together here, the knees wide apart, and this time moving the whole body forward. If you have blocks, you could place the blocks so that they are parallel on the floor. If you have a pillow, you can even place the pillow on top of the block or just the pillow on the floor here. And then walking the forearms forward, resting them on your blocks or pillow. Or you could practice without any problem. And again here, supporting the knees with a blanket if you need to, or something underneath them soft. Placing the forehead on the floor. Allowing for the biofeedback of the pressure, the forehead against the floor. Taking that deep inhalation into the belly. Filling up, releasing all the way down into the hip flexors, into the back, into the lower back. Allowing the breath again to anchor the mind in the present moment. Using each exhalation as a way to melt like a glacier into the surface with the front body on the ground. You might even rock the forehead back, smoothing out any creases on the forehead. So moving the left ear down towards the left side of the floor, then rocking across the front of the forehead, The right ear comes down towards the floor, just rocking gently back and forth on the forehead. Using the pressure or this acupressure of the floor. Here we're signaling to the nervous system that it's okay to let go and release. You might even wiggle the toes a little bit here to keep some circulation in the toes, while at the same time releasing through the hip flexors. Inhaling smoothly, allowing the air to fill up the balloon of the belly. And on the exhale, allowing that full, complete exhalation to come out of the nose. Taking one more breath here. Then coming back to this 3-count inhalation in, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the exhale. Taking 2 more complete 3 to 4 ratio breaths at your own pace. And when you reach your full exhalation, slowly walking your hands back underneath your shoulders, pressing the forehead against the ground. In whatever way you can, using the strength of your arms to push you back up to sitting. And then placing the feet out in front of you with the eyes closed. Just placing the legs flat in front of you. You could place the hands behind the back of the spine, nice and tall through the chest. Even give the feet a little wiggle out. Shaking the legs from side to side. Keeping a micro bend in the knees. As the equilibrium comes back to the body. Allowing the effects of these 2 deep forward folds to really settle in the nervous system. Taking one more breath here. And then on the exhale, grabbing a hold of the backside of the legs, Bringing the knees out to the side here. If you have pillows or blocks, you could place the blocks or pillows underneath your thighs to support the legs here, or one pillow on each side. Grabbing a hold of your shins or your thighs, the back of the calves. Nice and tall through the spine here. Inhale, breathing deep into your belly. And then on the exhale, bending the elbows in towards the creases of the hips. And on the exhale, allowing the head to gently move forward. If this feels like a lot for your knees, you can really bring the toes as far as you need forward. They don't need to be close to the pelvis. And even if you like, you can make a little stack here, placing either a block or some pillows in front of you here. I like to do the long way block, a tall block, and a pillow on top of it to rest my forehead on. So again, by supporting the forehead here, we create information for the nervous system to calm down and release. Coming back to that smooth, fluid breath. Rhythmic on the inhalation. Complete and full on the exhalation. Perhaps even noticing the buoyancy as the belly fills up with air here. Breathing all the way up into the heart, into the armpits. On the inhalation, and when you get to the exhalation, really trying to relax the muscles on the back and on the back of the neck as well. Allowing gravity to be our friend here. Noticing if the mind begins to wander, can you bring it back to the task of that 3-count inhalation and the 4-count exhalation. Also bringing the attention inward to perhaps a place in the body that could use a little TLC or attention in this fold. So for example, if you're feeling any tightness in the lower back, really using the inhalation to fill up that area with fresh air, oxygenation, and life force or prana. And on the exhalation, perhaps imagining that any stagnation or denseness is exhaled out in the form of maybe gray smoke. Again, inhaling in that fresh life force into the body. And on that extended exhalation, releasing what is not serving you. Slowing down the breath. And when you're ready on the next inhalation, gently using your hands to press you back up to seated, releasing the legs out in front of you. Again, very slowly moving in a way that allows for the blood pressure to neutralize. Taking an inhalation, inhaling, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. And on the exhale, bringing the chin down towards the chest. Breathing into the backside of the neck. While simultaneously filling up air on the front side of the chest so the heart raises up towards the chin. While the shoulders draw back down on the backside of the body. Taking one more breath like this. Allowing for release gently on the backside of the neck. And then on the exhalation, gently allowing the chin to rise back up to parallel. And the legs, opening them up to a wide-legged position. It doesn't have to be very wide. It could be maybe 45 degrees, maybe 20 degrees. Whatever you have is fantastic. There's two different ways we can do this forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. You can, if it feels comfortable for your knee, you could bring your right foot in towards your left thigh. You could even place a pillow underneath the right thigh. That is one option. If that feels like too much for the right knee, you can also very easily keep both legs open at whatever angle feels good for you. Most importantly here, we are inhaling the shoulders up, down and back, and then moving the torso so that it is then parallel, so the heart is shining over the left leg. You might even lift the left arm up into the air and place it down behind your lower back here. Inhaling, breathing nice and tall, even weight on both sit bones. And again, shining that heart so that it then becomes parallel with the left leg. And then on the exhale, if you like, you could even place a pillow onto the leg here and make two fists. I like to stack my fist up, the left on top of the right or vice versa. And then just placing a surface, the hands or the pillow folded so that it is supporting the forehead on the forward fold. And again, making sure that the arms can settle forward. They might even rest on top of the pillow. Inhale, pressing up into the hand slightly. And on the exhale, extending the torso over the left leg. And making sure that the feet aren't splayed out to the side, that the weight on both feet, or particularly on the left foot, if the right foot is bent, the left heel is coming up and the toes are coming up towards the ceiling. So inhaling into the back body. And on the exhale, releasing forward, perhaps another centimeter or two. As you settle into this pose. Inviting in the smooth, stable, fluid breath into the back body, into the back side of the heart. And on the exhale, allowing gravity to bring the forehead and the torso forward. Breathing deep into the sit bones, elongating out of the spine, releasing through the back of the neck. And maybe even finding a little more space to gently walk the fingertips another centimeter or two forward. Really beginning to feel this release in the back of the hamstring. The back side of the calf. Taking 2 more breaths here. And on your last inhalation, as you fill up with breath, using the arms to gently walk back one towards another, coming back up to sitting, back to this neutral spine. You can then turn the body back so that it's facing forward towards the center midline of the body. As we allow that pose to settle. And then we'll switch to the opposite side. So allowing the right leg to extend if it is not already extended. Moving the pillow over towards the right thigh, or perhaps the blocks over towards the right thigh. Then again, lifting the right arm up into the air, placing it behind the backside of the torso, straightening, bringing the chest up nice and tall, making sure that both toes or the right toe is focused and pointed up towards the ceiling so that the foot is not splayed out towards the side, but the heel and the back of the calf is pressed into the floor on the right side. And then on the exhale, shining that headlight of the heart forward towards the right toes. Inhaling deep into the chest fully. And then on the exhale, gently extending the arms forward, perhaps over your pillow. Spider walking the fingertips forward. And on the exhale, releasing over the right leg. It's perfectly fantastic to have a little micro bend or a bend in the right knee. That right leg can be bent. Breathing fully into the front side of the body. Filling up the belly. Perhaps using the hands to square the torso forward, parallel to the right leg. Inviting that breath deep into the lower back. Perhaps inching the fingers a few centimeters forward. Using the simultaneous motion of grounding in through the back of the right leg, the bottom side of the pelvis, while extending forward and exhaling out, elongating through the spine. Noticing what's happening with the breath, inviting back in that 3-count inhalation, 4-count exhalation if the mind wanders. Taking 2 more breaths here. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. And on the inhalation, using the hands to ground, pushing the body back up to vertical, bringing the torso back to neutral. Move your props out of the way. Just sit here with the toes in front of us, back into bound angle or Baddha Konasana pose. So the knees butterflied out, the toes together. Perhaps holding onto the shins or placing some weight on the inner thighs with the hands, elongating, breathing up into your proud chest. With the eyes closed, noticing any change in perception, noticing the effects of calm as it begins to wash over your nervous system. So as we begin to take stop and expand our awareness. This allows for our bandwidth for calm and breath to really penetrate the nervous system. One more breath here into your proud chest. Filling up the air from the sit bones up into the ribs, all the way up to the armpits. Extending the top of the head up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, feeling that air as it washes down the backside of the heart and grounds into the sit bones. Beautiful. We'll come into our final Shavasana or resting pose as we move into the Yoga Nidra section. So you might want to here grab your blanket, place it so that you are made into a nice warm burrito on your floor. And the feet hip width distance apart. Walking the shoulder blades so that they are under in whatever way you have brought yourself to lying flat on the floor. Palms 3 or 4 inches away from the sides of the body. Palms facing up towards the sky or the ceiling. If you notice any achiness or crankiness in the lower back, you could take your pillow and place it underneath the knees, as we will be here for a little while. Or if the back is particularly super cranky, you could bend the knees and place them about hip width distance apart with the knees pigeon-toed in towards each other, the feet hip width distance apart, hands up towards the sky. So this gives a release of the lower back onto the floor here, as we'll be here for about 15 minutes. So taking a nice deep inhalation in through the nose and exhaling out the mouth on a sigh. And again, filling up the breath completely in through the nose and allowing for an exaggerated sigh out the mouth. Begin to be aware of all points of contact, where the feet touch the ground, where the back of the hands touch the ground, where the elbows touch the ground, the head, the shoulders, relaxing your whole physical body. Allowing this wave of the breath to loosen the whole physical body. Make sure each and every part of the physical body is relaxed. No tightness. With each exhalation, the body becomes more and more relaxed. Physically relaxed and mentally relaxed. Make sure you're as comfortable as possible so you don't have to move your physical body to the very end of the practice. The fingers are loose. Make sure the toes are not moving. the entire body still and relaxed. Notice the thighs and the feet are stable. Though involuntary movement may happen, they are still and relaxed. The head is facing upwards, and the whole body is now lying comfortably on the floor. Here in Shavasana, so still and so quiet, maintaining this tranquility and immobility. Now bringing your attention to your sankalpa or an intention. We've discussed this before. It's an I am phrase, positive affirmation, a quality that you are calling into your life or your healing. Whatever is the first positive thought that comes to you works. So for example, you could use the phrase, I am healing, or I am relaxed. Just going with your first intention or thought. Now repeating this intention to yourself 3 times silently. I am, I am, I am. Now I will quickly take you through the different parts of your physical body. You will visualize them and repeat their names mentally as I say them. Starting from the right side, right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, all 5 fingers together. Right palm, left palm, right back of the hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, right waist, right hip, right buttock, thigh, hamstring, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, all 5 toes together. Visualize your whole right side together. Go to the left part of your body. Start with the left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, all 5 fingers on the left hand, the left palm, left back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, armpit, side, waist, left hip, buttock, thigh, hamstring, left knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. All of the left side of the body together. Now make your consciousness ready to travel alternately from the right and the left, from the toes up to the top of the head. Start with the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Right foot, left foot, Right heel, left heel, both heels. Right ankle, left ankle, both ankles. Right calf, left calf, both calves. Right knee, left knee, both knees. Right thigh, left thigh, both thighs. Right hamstring, left hamstring, both hamstrings. Right buttock, left buttock, both. Right hip, left hip, waist. Lower part of the abdomen, upper part of the abdomen. The whole abdomen, navel, stomach, right side, left side. Right chest, left chest, center of the chest, the whole chest. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Right arm, left arm. Right wrist, left wrist. Right thumb, left thumb. Right second finger, left second finger. Right third finger, left third finger. Right fourth finger, left fourth finger. Right fifth finger, left fifth finger. All fingers together on the right and the left side. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Right collarbone, left collarbone. Back of the neck, the front of the head, the whole neck, the whole head. Now making sure that the lips are relaxed. The left cheek, right ear, left ear, both ears, the jaw, the teeth, the tongue, right nostril, left nostril, the tip of the nose, the root of the nose, the whole nose, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, right eye in its socket, left eye in its socket, right temple, left temple, forehead, back of the head, crown of the head, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Become aware of your natural and normal breath, the effortless breath. Witness it coming in and as it is going out, without making any effort, using your awareness to notice the breath. Feel the breath as it enters in through the throat, how it moves down towards the navel. The breath comes in from the navel and then goes back out the throat. Of course, this breathing process goes on all the time, but now you are consciously aware of it. The process of the natural breath moving in through the throat, coming into the navel, and coming back out of the body. The process of the natural breath causes the whole body to move and slightly tremble. In some places, the movement is slow. In some places, it is more noticeable. So the stomach is moving up and down as well as the pit of the throat, moving up and down. Now become aware of your natural breath. In the natural breathing process, watching each and every breath. Don't let a single breath go in or come out without noticing. To keep the awareness more constant and continued, you can use a mantra or a personal mantra. For example, you might use inhaling in, let, exhaling out, go. Or you may use the sound of Om internally on the inhale, Om on the exhale. Noticing every breath and giving it this mantra. If the direction of the breath becomes reversed, still following the breath. Inhaling in, let, exhaling out, go. Making sure you're aware of each and every breath. Becoming one with the awareness of the breath. Using the awareness of the breath as it travels in through the throat, lands planted deep in the belly and the diaphragm, remaining aware of the exhalation as it leaves the body. Following the breath. Now being aware of the physical body, the whole physical body in total relaxation. Coming back to your resolve that you set up for yourself and repeating it 3 times. Silently, I am, I am, I am. Using this awareness of the physical body with the eyes still closed, aware of the surface that you're lying on, becoming aware of the room that you're lying in, becoming aware of the body, practicing yoga nidra, the result of this relaxation, the whole body on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level relaxed. The body's quiet, tranquil, and yet peaceful, fresh, energized, and revived. Again, bringing the awareness to the whole body, aware in the whole body. And when you're ready, using this awareness to extend into your environment, Becoming aware of my voice, becoming aware of your fingers and your toes as you begin to wiggle them. Aware that you are practicing Yoga Nidra. When you're ready at your own pace, rolling over to your right side, and then gently coming back up to a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, gently sitting in a seated position, noticing the grounding of the sit bones on the floor. Placing the palms so that they're facing up towards the sky. Taking a deep inhalation in through the nose. And on the exhalation, placing the palms so that they are an Anjali or prayer mudra in front of the heart. The thumbs pressing into the sternum. Taking a nice deep full breath into your proud heart. And on the exhalation, gently bowing the chin down towards your chest. Sealing in the benefits of this practice. You found that you have any extra energy or know of someone who could use a little love, you might even send this extra love out to someone in this moment. On the exhalation, placing the hands in front of the brow, giving thanks for right heart-centered thought. Placing the hands in front of the mouth and the throat, giving thanks for right heart-centered speech. And bringing the hands back down in front of the heart, giving thanks for right heart-centered action. Namaste and Ashe.